Hey everybody, welcome to the Friday Freestyle. It's a hot sunny day. I could use some winter right now. I'm Jerry.
I'm Puffy. How you guys doing? How's life?
They're not going to answer.
Well, I was waiting for a response. Is that so bad?
A little bit. We got a whiteboard.
We got a whiteboard!
So we can organize our ideas.
Yes.
And write down episodes that we talk about doing, but then we totally forget.
I'm really excited about it. But before we get into whatever the hell it is we're going to talk about that you wrote down over there, things hate, that sounds like it's going to be fun.
Things I hate irrationally.
A few quick things to cap off the week in terms of, quote, seriousness. Donald Trump, his acceptance speech was hilarious.
And the RNC. I think it was scary, but I mean,
it was definitely a lot of fear-mongering, but the funny part was, like, he opened it up with, like, these are the facts.
We should get mini whiteboards so that, like, during the show, I can flash you my whiteboard and you can flash me your whiteboard and we can communicate that way.
That's not a terrible idea, actually.
It's not.
Anyway, but
we're going back to Walmart. We're going to Walmart.
Stop it. He opened up his speech with, like, these are the facts and only the facts, and then proceeded to lie about, like, 80% of his speech.
Right.
Which has already been fact-checked.
Also, America's in crisis, people. Everybody's going to die.
That's essentially the message he sent in the speech. It was really weird.
I don't want to die.
There was this weird lull after his speech ended where, like, the balloons didn't fall down as they were supposed to, nor did the confetti. It's weird. Go back and look at it. It's like even the balloons and confetti were like, we shouldn't be celebrating
because Ted Cruz was up in the rafters, like, holding them back with all his fans. He's like, no balloons.
Ted Cruz is my hero this week with what he did.
Okay, whoa.
He's stuck to my guns.
Ted Cruz is still nobody's hero.
He's my hero this week.
Nobody's hero.
Look, just because he's a Zodiac killer doesn't mean that he can't do something respectable every now and then.
But he's not a hero. He just did some admirable stuff.
He did some things. I don't know, man. The Republican Party is in fucking shambles. Jon Stewart took over Stephen Colbert's late night show for about 15 minutes.
That was amazing.
Epic rant. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. It's fucking amazing.
The best part was when he was like, "Oh, he called him a blue collar billionaire," and Jon Stewart's like, that's not a thing.
My personal favorite part is when he was talking about the RNC with all of the representatives and Republicans in Congress and whatnot standing there with their Blue Lives Matter shirt, immediately coming back with saying how those same Republicans are the ones who were trying to deny the reinstatement of the 9/11 first responder bill.
Yep.
And it's like, he was like, I see you, I see your lies, and I see your bullshit. And I think that's something that was really powerful and also funny. It was delivered well. Good for you, Jon Stewart. It was good to see you on TV again.
It was a good piece. He looked a little, like, drunk.
I think that was the point, because he kept being like, I haven't been on a TV show in a while. I think it was like, trying to shake the rust off.
Yep.
And then as he went on, it got progressively better.
And John Oliver's back on Sunday, so I can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah, we already talked about that, though.
So we've been playing a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah. This isn't a Pokemon episode.
It's not. But we've been playing a lot of Pokemon. I'm level 24.
4
or 5?
25.
Still.
25.
I think we're 25 going to 26 right now. And I still have not caught them all. Not even the ones that are impossible. I haven't even caught all the ones that are possible because this game sucks.
But we've recently found an area nearby over in Norfolk called the Pagoda.
Yeah.
Where like 250, 300 people roughly are going nightly, and you just see these crowds of people hanging out, talking, people sitting down with each other. We've decided to dub it Poke Unity.
It is Poke Unity. Yeah. There's a lot, because you got a bunch of people out there between like 18 and 30 sitting around. There's a lot of people. It's a crowd. Yesterday someone showed up with a speaker, put their music on, not loud at a respectable rate.
Yeah, loud enough for ambiance.
Everybody's picking up their trash. Like no one's freaking out. When the sun goes down, no one gets like too loud. There's no noise complaints. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
One of the first nights we were there, the cops showed up because the park does technically close at sunset, and they force us out. Last night, another officer came by in a Segway, took a look around, and either thought that's way too many fucking people and left, or just thought, you know what, they're not doing anything wrong, and let us be. And it was cool. It was a cool thing to see him. He walked by, or we went by in a Segway. He nodded at some people, stopped and talked with some people, and then left. So that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And the night before, a cop had shown up and asked people to leave, and people just left. And they're like, no fight, or like, oh, come on, man, like nothing driving. Just people just like, all right, time to go. No more Pokemans for me.
Yeah, it's nice to see the community like getting together, doing shit, policing each other.
And you see like the old people walking by, and they're like, what's going on?
It's the best part.
There doesn't seem to be an event. Why is there such a random gathering here at this location? And like we're all just like, we're not going to tell them.
Yeah,
they got to figure it out. They got to get with the times.
There's some weird things that have been happening with it, but I don't really You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that because that's gonna be weird.
Maybe we'll do a Pokemon episode part 2 in several weeks when like multiple people have died and we can like have some fun with that.
Wow, have fun with that?
I mean, yeah. Listen, good stories are good stories, no matter which way you spin it. And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm not entertained by people walking off the top of buildings.
I have a request I would like to put out on the open air. Dear Mr. Gary Johnson, if you are listening to this, if this is reaching you, I have emailed you twice. I have hit you up on Facebook. We want to talk to you. I want you on the show. You can call in, you can Skype in. Fuck, man, you can come to the house and kick it with us. Like, we just want to have a conversation. I want to talk to Gary Johnson, and I feel like he's the only candidate who's cool enough to be like, yeah, I'll talk with you guys. So, if you're out there, or if somebody's listening who knows him or is like on his campaign staff, let him know.
And Gary Johnson, I'm not expecting you to respond to this, but if you do, I'd love to interview you. I would absolutely love that. I'd love to ask you some questions and have a real discussion, Democrat to Libertarian.
I think it would be a good time. I think Gary Johnson's the type of guy you could sit down with.
mountains though. Like I hiked a.
We could do an interview while climbing a mountain.
Yeah, we don't have the equipment for that. But I mean, I've hiked a mountain a couple of times, but it was more like a foothill, I guess, compared to what Gary Johnson does.
Yeah, because he's the fucking man.
He is the man.
Damn right.
But not for president.
I disagree. But that's another argument for another day. We're not talking politics today. So oh, do you want to talk about that before we talk about this?
I mean,
your full body thingy?
Yeah, okay, so yesterday I was having a conversation with someone and we were thinking, like, wouldn't it be cool if you went to the doctor and just get a full body scan? Like, they're going to scan your brain, they're going to scan your organs, they're going to take your blood, they're going to take everything. So, like, you can know what you look like inside. Like, you can have your x-rays, they're going to MRI everything, ultrasound everything. You are going to know, to the best of human ability, what you look like on the inside. I would take that stuff home and make posters and artwork out of it and hang it up on my walls. That's what I would do. But wouldn't it be cool to do all that and then, like, at age 25, everybody has to do this, and then you have a baseline for how fucked up your body is when you're 50. Like, when you were 25, this was normal. See here? But now, not so normal. See all those lumps right there? That's from all the coffee.
I would like to add a segment to that. I think there should be 2 times. One at 25 because it's like the quarter moment of your life until we eventually start living longer, which is a scary thought. But also, for me, I would have loved to have had that full body scan, like brain and all, right before I left for my first day of boot camp. And then have another one today so I can see what my body looks like 8 years later. Because the whole the research shows or indicates that every year served in active duty in the military is the equivalent to 7 years of life.
What if in the military, like, if they did that scan, your body looked way healthier, but you were actually way worse off?
Like if it was an inaccurate scan?
Like the military makes your body healthier, but it, like, just destroys you so badly mentally that it's like, man, you're still going to die young, but not because you're not healthy, just because you were in the military.
That would be really interesting, actually. I'm a big believer in that everybody at the age of 18 should serve an automatic required 2 years in the military. So, if you could provide evidence that would show that that would be detrimental to humanity, I would rechange that opinion. There are a lot of variables out there that, like, could change based on that research, but that's something we should probably look into.
We should. You're gonna rechange your opinion? You already changed it once? What was your original position?
I would change my opinion. I don't know why I said it like that.
Rechange.
It's been a long day, man. It's hot. I'm exhausted.
We got a lot done today, though.
Yeah, it's nap time.
So I want to do a segment.
Okay,
I think we should do this, like, now that we have a whiteboard, we can write these things down when they happen. But today, I want to do a short piece called "Things I Hate Irrationally."
Wait,
because I do hate.
Wait, what if we're in the car and, like, doing a loop or something, and you have one of these ideas? How are you going to write it on the whiteboard? We need a whiteboard for the car.
Well, we need to remember that I had that moment in the car, so that when we get back to the house, we can write it on the whiteboard.
Do you think they have Palm Pilots that are whiteboards?
I think I can write it on my phone. Like, I have a...
Oh, that's stupid.
I have a pen. I have a stylus in my phone.
Whiteboard seems so much more, like, artsy.
What if we, like, made the roof of the car whiteboard?
That's fucking brilliant.
And then, like, so the passenger could just lean back and then write notes on top of the ceiling of the car.
Holy shit.
Right.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, except, like...
Nobody take that, dibs.
Yeah, but I could... but I couldn't hit any bumps while you were writing.
That would suck.
And
you're a terrible driver, so...
We could probably still read it, though.
Okay, so things you hate irrationally?
The first thing I hate irrationally is Blink-182. I fucking hate Blink-182.
Way to jump right
I
into
remember that I was driving down Hope Street in Bristol, down by the Harrishoff Boating Museum over there, when the news came on the radio that Blink-82 had broken up. And it was the happiest moment of my life. I was like, yes! No more new music from Blink-182. I hate them. I never want to hear Tom DeLonge's voice again, ever. Ever!
In defense of us Blink-182 fans, we never wanted to hear Tom's voice either. But, on the other side of that argument, Travis Barker is a fucking outstanding drummer.
I don't care.
They're talented.
I don't care. I don't want to hear any more of their, junior year of high school music. None.
What is wrong with you?
I just don't like them.
That is a weird thing to hate, man.
I don't like Blink-182. I hate his voice. I hate their music.
They're a good band.
They are not a good band.
They're a good band.
That's like saying Monty's Fan Club is a good band.
Monty's Fan Club was a good band.
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were better than Blink-182.
No,
definitely.
they were.
Oh, yes, they were.
No.
Fuck Blink-182.
Wow.
The segment is called Things I Hate Irrationally. I don't need to justify my opinion. I hate Blink-182, and you can't stop me.
But I have this inherent need to have a justification. It's the same thing with liberals and conservatives, right? Whenever one of you guys on either side says, I hate this, and I'm like, but why? And they don't really have an answer. I hate that irrationally. I fucking hate when somebody says they hate something, but they don't have a legitimate.
So you hate the Things I Hate Irrationally segment, even though you're about to contribute to it, and you're not going to have an answer for the thing that you hate irrationally, so you're going to be a hypocrite?
I mean,
during the segment?
I have to do the segment, otherwise I don't get paid.
No one's paying you.
I'm not getting paid for this?
No.
Oh, fine. Fuck you. I'm out of here. I ain't got time for this nonsense. I thought I was getting a paycheck, but I'm not getting a paycheck.
I think it's funny that because, when he walked out of the room, you could hear his elephant footsteps going because he's so fucking fat. He came back, but I kept going.
That was really hurtful to walk back into.
Well, you shouldn't have stomped out on the show.
I didn't stomp.
Oh, sorry, stop. That's right. You were just walking normally. I forgot.
Oh, low blow.
Okay,
man.
so what do you actually hate irrationally?
I really do hate that irrationally, though. I really do hate when somebody says.
I hate when people have religious license plates, especially in Virginia.
Oh,
I fucking hate that. It's like someone's driving down the road, and you're just driving along in your 2014 Hyundai Veloster, and you look to the right, and you see somebody, and their license plate's "Save us,"
or forever rely on God, like Frog,
or. Yeah, just something so stupidly religious it doesn't even make sense. LF for him, life for him, bullshit like that. LF for HM.
How dare you express your passion for your religion?
But really? Do you think that's your ticket to heaven? You're gonna get to the you die, you get up there to the pearly white gates, and St. Peter comes out and it's hey, what's going on? You weren't that great. What's your case? And you're just I had the license plate though. I had the license plate. It said my life for him. That's what my license plate said. That's my ticket in, Peter. And Peter's yeah, but we don't speak English up here. We weren't around when English was in the world because we all spoke Latin. And then yeah.
Wow, actually, I had never thought of it.
I don't know how they're having this conversation. I guess when you die, you automatically learn Latin. The preferred language of God. But,
okay, that's a weird turn.
Yeah, but I hate religious license plates.
I hate
really do.
When people see you out in public walking a dog and they think that's an invitation to come up and pet your dog without saying a goddamn word to you. You'll be walking and passing by somebody, walking your dog, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's so precious. What's its breed? What's its name? Is it a boy or..." Fuck you! You didn't even say hi to me. First of all, I don't know you. You could be trying to stab my dog. I'll kill somebody, Jerry.
If someone just comes up to you and you don't have a dog and they start talking to you, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I don't like people though.
I don't either. I just want to run away.
I don't like no. If I'm walking on the street, if you're on a narrow sidewalk, for example, this is something else I hate. If you're walking on a narrow sidewalk and you have to awkwardly shift to allow the person walking the opposite direction to get by you, it's cool to be "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Because you're close enough in proximity that you're gonna make eye contact. You know what I mean? Unless you're buried in your phone or a book or something. And if that's the case, what are you doing that while walking? But that's another thing. But I hate if you don't know the person and after you say your salutation, they're "Oh, not bad. How are you?" And they genuinely wait for a response. I'm not having this conversation with you. I'm just trying to walk down this sidewalk. I gave you room. It's not an invitation for I don't want to know your life story. I don't want to know anything about you. I don't know you. I don't like people. I got like 3 friends. There's a reason for that.
Because you're annoying?
Well, there's multiple reasons for that, but thank you for highlighting, like, the bad one.
I hate when people say the word bro, and you do this all the time. You're like, what's up, bro? It's like, shut... I don't have a reason. I just hate it.
What are you talking about, protein shake? Whoa.
I don't like the term bro. I don't like when people are like, what's going on, bro? How you doing, bro? I don't care about, like, broheim and stuff, because, like, that's funny, but, like, bro is way too serious, and, like, sorry, California people, but way too California, and I just don't want it. And I don't like people who say brother.
Wait.
What up, brother?
Hang on
I'm not your brother.
Take a step.
There's no blood in my veins that matches your blood. How dare you assume that you are Mike Nutini? How dare you assume that you are John Roy Arnold? You are not at their level, Mikey's level. So... take it back. Take it back. You're not my brother, and I am not your brother. I do not want to be related.
Take a step back, Teddy Roosevelt. Did you apologize to California and then insult California?
Yes.
Do you have an irrational hatred of California?
No, because that was more like, hey, Californians, I know all of you don't act like retards that go to the beach all the time, but you know that the stereotype exists too, so I'm apologizing in advance for using the stereotype even though it applies in this situation.
They don't say bro, they say like bruh. Like,
that's
sup,
even
bruh?
worse.
What?
It's even worse.
You gotta chill out, bruh. I fucking hate Valley speech. I hate Valley girls who, like, are the embodiment of what a stereotypical Valley girl is. Like, there's no substance to who you are. You are literally a stereotype walking.
So I thought Valley girls were like Tennessee mountain people, like, hey y'all doing?
No,
My name is Bonnie
Valley
Sue.
girls is a California thing.
Okay, and then I get really confused. So I don't even know what the Valley girl thing is.
Fucking terrible. That's what it is.
How do you speak like a Valley girl? Go ahead, give us a...
No, I'm not going to
give us a little...
No.
Come on.
You know, the girls who are like, oh my god, and like Starbucks and fucking shit like that.
I've only met like one of those in my whole life, though.
How many people have you met from California in your life?
Well, I was in San Diego for 8 months, and I didn't see a lot of it, but I also didn't try.
Yeah. Trust me, it's there, okay? It fucking exists.
Why are they called Valley girls? Which valley?
I don't fucking know why they're called Valley girls, man. I'm not from California. Let's find out. Well, let's fucking... Who are Valley girls?
I like this segment because I think I just like being angry.
Well, being angry is a fun thing.
And, like, I don't even need to, like... So I really don't like when you're listening to music, and it's like... Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, and, like, you expect, like, if you're listening to that music right there, like, you expect that last note to be nah, but instead they change it to, like, nah. And you're like, why did you go to the low side? I was expecting the high note. Why did you do that? I disagree with your music writing.
A Valley girl is a fashionable and affluent teenage girl from the Valley in Southern California.
Just the Valley?
Yeah.
Like,
from
like the Valley.
I don't know what the Valley is.
So the person who wrote that article wasn't even fucking intelligent enough to specify the Valley?
It was probably a Valley girl.
Well, it's not Death Valley.
I'm sorry. That's a very wide generalization, and I apologize for that.
What's a wide generalization?
I irrationally hate Donald Trump.
I don't. I have a lot of reasons for hating Donald Trump.
I have a lot of reasons to dislike him as a presidential candidate. But, like, who Donald Trump is as a person, like, in terms of, yeah, he's had, he's on his third wife, but, like, he has his relationship with his kids. I don't know about his relationship with his kids. I don't know about, like, his relationship as with people as a person outside of business, outside of the presidency. So, I mean, like, I don't know. When I think of Donald Trump, all I can think of is punching him in the fucking mouth, and I have no justified reason for doing that.
But you couldn't, though, because, like, his mouth is so wide that he'd see the punch coming, he'd just open his mouth and swallow your fist.
That's disgusting.
I know, but it's true. Like,
time.
you can see it. Like, I can see it happening right now. It's just like, Donald.
Wow, that was weird.
This is why we can't have a camera, because...
People would see you trying to put your fist in your mouth?
Yep.
You're fucking weird, dude. I irrationally hate Donald Trump. I have it, well, that's like a like thing, so I guess never mind. What else you got?
So my brother and I have spoken about this. There's a girl on CNN. She's a Republican analyst that they have on sometimes. Her name is S.E. Cupp. Cup. I hate S.E. Cupp. I can't stand her face. Number one, I don't know if she's like 18 or 40. No idea. 2, I hate her glasses. 3, I hate the way she talks. I hate her opinions. I hate everything. But not because like I disagree with anything. Like, because there are other analysts on the show and I'm like, oh, you're a Republican, I don't like you. I just hate her. If she's on the screen, I hate her. I hate her so fucking much. If you can, people, Google S.E. Cupp or find a video clip on YouTube. Find a video clip on YouTube because she just she just really gets under my skin.
There's something incredibly pretentious about every single thing she says, regardless of the scenario or what context they're talking in, that makes me want to really hurt her. Not like physically.
Wait. Wrong. So you feel the same way about Essie Cup?
Yeah, absolutely. I was part of that conversation. I agree with what you and Mikey said entirely.
Check out Essie Cup, everybody.
I hate people who are like, oh yeah, man, I'll write you an intro for your fucking podcast, and then never write the intro, but never have a valid reason why.
Oh, you mean like a musical intro?
Yeah, like a musical intro for a podcast. You know, hypothetically.
So you're just talking about like a little jingle for the beginning of the show?
Yeah, you know, something like that. Like a little 15-second thing. Yeah, you know, something. Yeah, you know, that's cool. I think we've been bitching about that consecutively for about
Yeah, he probably stopped listening to the podcast though. Is what I would guess. I like the segment. We should do this once every other week, I think. Just to give us time to find new things to hate.
Things you irrationally hate?
Things I irrationally hate.
Okay, what would we move on to for the next 10 minutes if we segued away from this?
I'm not sure. I'm really, it's Friday, so it's a freestyle. We've got Ghost Part 2 coming up some point next week. That's going to be fun. We got the Electoral College coming up probably next week or the week after. That's going to be fun. I'm very
excited about that episode. I was having an argument today. You know what I hate, but this is rational, but I need to put this out there. Okay, look. I hate the Democratic and Republican Party. In general, I hate the people that are a part of the party. I hate the civilians that claim allegiance to the party. You know why? Because it makes you a less intelligent human being.
Excuse me?
Yes, the Republican and Democratic Party, right, it is all about what they want and what agenda they want to push. If you go on, you go to Facebook and you have, friends who are on both sides and shit like that, all you're going to see are, people posting memes and fucking insulting each other. Nobody has an intellectual debate anymore. There are a few. I try, you do, Kurska does, there's a few. But by and large, everybody just posts a meme, somebody insults them, and then they insult them back. You sound like morons. And it's annoying to me. Is that wrong? Is it wrong for me to hate watching people basically go at each other's throats because of their political affiliation?
It depends on what they're talking about, though. I'm a Democrat, and I can have a reasonable discussion as long as the Republican's willing to have a reasonable discussion. But if someone just starts calling me, stupid... I don't hate Republicans because they're Republicans. I hate, when I say I hate Republicans, what I mean is most Republicans don't take the time to listen to anything I have to say.
Neither do liberals, though.
But I do.
No, and I listen. There are exceptions, but like I said, as somebody who, I find myself to be dead in the middle, none of you on either side, in a majority or general sense, are willing to hear anything other than the shit you spew out of your own mouth 90% of the time.
I think with politics, a lot of people just have the beliefs they were raised with, and they don't really know why they believe what they believe. It's just I was brought up in this house where I was taught this, and so I believe it. And that's it. It's well, why? And then they'll say, oh, well, I really haven't thought about it. Or, you know what I mean? Which is weird to me, because the convictions I hold them because I understand why they're important, and I can explain to you in a very detailed manner what I'm for, what I'm against, why I'm for it, why I'm against it, if my view on that has changed at all, or if it's been solidified, and by what evidence. And I just feel like everyone should be able to do that. Or else, why have an opinion that you've never thought about? You know what I mean?
No,
that's weird.
I know what you mean entirely. What I'm talking about is this. So, recently, through my own personal Facebook, I've had to go through to, individual people's profiles and, unfollow them.
Why?
So, we're still friends, but, now the shit they post is hidden from my newsfeed, because as somebody who, I believe in spirited debate, I believe in mutual enlightenment, I believe in having a conversation without having to resort to, conspiracy theories or threats or anything like that, right? So, what I did is I would see something on the right side of the house. A conservative would post something about Hillary Clinton, and I would be like, okay, that's fair, but what about this? And I would present an argument and try to have a civilized discussion. And within minutes, it would just turn into that person and all of their super, super conservative friends trying to bombard me with, both petty insults and opinions over arguing facts for the sake of, a middle ground. Same thing on the liberal side. People posting, anti-police rhetoric and, pro-Black Lives Matter rhetoric and stuff like that to an extreme where I'm okay, but can't we come to the middle and, have a mutual stance on this? And they come back with insults and opinions without facts, and there's nothing beneficial to it. So I had to, for my own sanity, unfollow a lot of these people. because I can't look at it anymore, man. Like, as a person, like, I try to have intellectual discussions because maybe there's something I don't know, and I can learn from another person. But if they don't want to teach, they just want to insult and, like, basically have a pissing contest over who has the better ego or who can yell louder to win the argument, that's not winning an argument. It just, who's the bigger asshole is what it turns into.
I think when you engage in someone like Facebook, you're not going to change any minds.
It's like, not about changing minds. It's about just having a discussion. What happened to being able to have a discussion? And I truly believe that if you took Facebook out of the equation and I went to, like, go visit somebody who I happen to know, not going to name names, but, like, is super conservative, and went and visited them, and we were sitting at a table having this discussion, it would still devolve into a petty, like, insult competition. You know what I mean? People start hurling insults when they don't have an answer for what you're asking them. Right, and for the most part, not a lot of people have answers, is what I come across. Maybe I'm not going to say I don't know unintelligent, or I don't know intelligent people, because, like, a lot of these people are intelligent. I just feel like their need to feel a part of their political party outweighs their desire to look at things from a factual, truthful standpoint. But what I was saying about the, like, being raised a certain way thing, like, if you're raised Republican, I don't think you even know what your party actually stands for. Like, if you ask, like, hey, can you tell me what the Republican platform is and what the Republicans stand for? I don't know that everyone could define what the whole Republican Party stands for. Like, do you know that they're not anti-LGBT, but do you know that they don't support gay marriage? Do you know that they support not gender therapy, but conversion camps? Do you know that they are pro-life, that they're anti-abortion? Do you understand that they have, they want to repeal Obamacare? Do you understand that, what they want to do in terms of immigration or the economy? Do you know their stances on all the issues? And I don't feel like a lot of people do. And I feel like when you affiliate with a party, you should know their entire platform. Personally, because I think what happens is you're raised, and if you've got two Republican parents, you're just a Republican. Usually. That's not okay. But I understand it, and I've never blamed somebody for being part of a party simply because that's how they were raised. Like, I was raised in what I believe to be a super liberal, not only household, but, like, environment. You know what I mean? I come from a very blue area. But I never let that define me. I do have more liberal tendencies than I do conservative, but, like, when I was coming up on the age to be able to vote for the first time, like, I was coming up on 18, I started really, like, researching what the parties represented, what they had done for the country in the past 10, 20 years on both sides of the house. What are the bad things that they are done? Who are the corrupt ones? Spoiler, folks, everybody's corrupt. But that's what I did, and I feel like every American has a responsibility to do that, because here's the truth of the matter. You're not going to learn this shit in school. Unless you go to college and, like, go specifically for a poli-sci degree, you're not going to get an education to understand what your two political parties are. There's a song out there by, some dude, it's called, like, Don't Stay in School, and it's about subjects that aren't taught in school that should be over menial subjects that could be, better off as electives. And one of the things that he rants about in the song is, like, he's expected to vote for two different political parties that he has no information on from his education. And that to me is a problem. You need to fucking learn about your government and how it works and everything in detail by the time you graduate high school, because you're going to be on the cusp or already at 18 and ready to vote in the next election. And if you don't have that information and you don't take the time to go and look it up yourself, you're going to be an uneducated person going to the polls, not sure what you're voting for, probably either voting Democrat or Republican based on where you were raised and, what affiliation your parents have. Probably. That's a broken system. That needs to be fixed. Yes, because when you run for president in 2028, I demand you include political education in your program. We will. Well, you'll have civics starting at 3rd grade. Okay, good. You'll also have finance courses in middle school, like personal financial management. No. I mean, you're going to understand. Your college senior will understand the stock market. That's good. To an extent, I mean, you should. Everyone should have some type of economics. The things that are important, though, man. Like, I didn't even know that there were, like, how many basic human rights are there? Like literally written like a world code. There are basic human rights, and I didn't know they existed until, like, 2 years ago. Yep. That's fucking nuts, dude. The internet is a great thing. Like, what? I shouldn't have to learn about this from a random video or link that I happen to stumble across at like 2 a.m. when I can't sleep. You know what I mean? Like, that shit that should be taught to you. Education's fucked. Write down that when you do an episode on education.
Education.
Purely on education.
I have a totally unrelated question for you.
Okay, I have an answer.
Okay, you said that you unfollow people on Facebook?
Yes.
Why? I don't get it. I've never had to unfollow or block anybody on Facebook in my life. Like, if I know someone is like one of those conservative people that post like memes about stuff that like you just don't understand it at all. Like, I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, there's a meme. It's not true, but I understand why they like it because they're conservative and they get off on that type of shit. I know that person posts those types of memes. So I just accept it, and if it comes up on my newsfeed, I just ignore it. So why have to unfollow somebody? Why can't you just scroll past it?
So here's the thing, right? I'm not saying this is anybody's fault but mine.
Well, no, because other people have said like, oh, if I see you support Trump, I'm going to unfollow you. Oh, if I see that you post stuff on this or this, I'm going to unfollow you. No, it's like, really?
That's an extreme.
Are we that petty?
No, that's an extreme. I don't do that. I have plenty of friends that I still see post stuff for the liberals and for the conservatives that I can go in and play devil's advocate, have a conversation with them, and like come out on the other end feeling like, okay, I learned something, they learned something, we're all... we all had a good time. It was a good discussion. I feel empowered and smarter than I did before. Those people I continue to follow. The people I unfollow, and again, this is me, this is my fault and just my nature and who I am. If I see you post something on your Facebook as like a question that's politically based, you're asking a question. You're expecting people to comment on it, right? So I will provide my input, and I'll be like, this is my opinion based on these facts. Here are the references. Here are the sources. Here are the sites. Boom. Done. When your immediate replies that come into that, either from you as the original poster or your friends who agree with what you're posting about, are like, look here, you little faggot, here's the thing. First of all, you're using that insult wrong. Second of all, what the fuck? Like, where do you come off immediately? Like, first of all, you posed the question, okay? So you invited a conversation. If the first thing you respond with is some sort of petty insult or like trying to put somebody down or like just be a douche in general, I'm going to take away three things from that. One, you don't have any basis for your own opinion. You're asking the question to rile people up. You got an answer that you didn't know how to respond to, either because you're too unintelligent or you just haven't researched it. So you resort to insulting or just trying to embarrass the person to the point where they leave you alone. You know what? That's on me. I have experienced that multiple times from the same people's feeds, and it took until just recently for me to be like, you know what? I don't need that. That's not beneficial for anybody. I'm not learning anything, except that people know how to be assholes when they can't provide an argument, or that, like, there's no discussion happening. There's no progressive discussion happening that's leading to a potential solution. So that's why I unfollow them. Because it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time for me to get so worked up over something where originally all I wanted to do was answer your question and provide you with, like, another perspective.
Okay, but that happens the first time, so the second time you just know not to engage in a conversation. Why unfollow them?
That's why I said it's on me, because I can't not do that. If somebody asks a question and I'm, like, deeply involved in the topic, I'm going to provide my input.
People should just make super honest Facebook posts, like, hey, do you guys think I'm fat? And then parentheses be like, don't actually say I'm fat, or I'll be very upset about it.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
No, but like in the same way, like, people should just make super honest posts. Like, when they ask a question, they should just say, hey, what do you guys think about this? And only comment if you share the same viewpoint that I definitely have.
Yes, I agree with that. But at the same...
That was a joke, but...
Is it?
Well, yeah, it's a joke. No one's going to do that, and I don't think people should have to do that.
No, I don't think people should have to do that, but, like...
if they did that.
But, like...
I still don't think people would ignore them. I think people would troll them anyway, though.
Like, see, but that's the thing. Like, I'm not trolling. When this shit comes up, if I see somebody post, like, who would you vote for, or if Ted Cruz had won the nomination instead of Donald Trump, would you vote for him over Hillary Clinton? And I respond with my opinion on that, and you come back with, like, just being demeaning and, like, a condescending dick...
Who's a
What was the point of that?
Right.
What was the point of asking the question if the only thing you were going to do is, regardless of my answer, you were just going to be a douche?
Right. Those people only want validation.
And that's partially my fault, because I know I'm feeding into it by responding, but I know I can't ignore it either because
See,
I believe people are mature enough to be able to have these conversations.
But I love those people, though, because, like, you see them post all the stupid stuff, and most of it's just too extreme. You're like, I'm not going to waste my time today. I'm not going to waste my time today. And then you see them post something so fucking stupid and wrong that you've got to jump on it. And then I do, and then I win, and then I feel like Charlie Sheen.
Well, yeah, it's not for a sense of winning, though. You know what I mean? Not
By
with me, at least.
winning. What's it for? Are you on some righteous path to, like, convert everybody?
I'm not trying to
because you can't do it.
What am I trying to convert people to?
I don't know. Whatever these conversations are about.
I'm just trying to get people to understand that you can come to the middle in a discussion without giving up on your own political
What if
party.
the middle is
Here's
like...
the honest truth of the situation. The Republicans and the Democrats at the top of both of their respective parties, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about how you interact with other people. They actually want you to hate each other so that they continue to push the idea that a bipartisan government works and is like a solution when it's not. Because if all these people on the right and all these people on the left came together and really took a hard look at both parties, they'd go, wow, both of these parties are fucking corrupt. We should probably do something about this.
Probably.
It's a fucking, it's, a smoke screen? Is that what I'm trying to say? It's a smoke screen.
I don't think it's an intentional smoke screen, though. I think you'll find a lot of Democrats and Republicans who would love to see a third party.
You would. You wouldn't, though, because they have no representation in the Electoral College.
Don't.
They don't. They have no representation in the Electoral College. The Electoral College will always vote Republican or Democrat, depending on what they want to do that election cycle.
The electors are not bound to parties.
They're not bound to parties, but they're bound to money. That was a delay there. I apologize.
Oh, that's fine. We'll just get the money out of politics with Nutini Kurska 2028.
Nutini Kurska 2028. Pants are totally optional. Giraffes for everybody. What was it? More naps, more money?
More naps, more money.
Now, the slogan is stupid.
That's our campaign slogan.
Slogan is as
everyone
stupid
wants
as
more
you guys.
naps. Everyone likes more money. If you're taking more naps, that means you're not working as much, but you still got more money.
You know what I want? I want that Chinese food that's downstairs.
All right, go get it.
I'm very hungry.
Yeah, go be a fatty.
All right, guys, this has been the Friday Freestyle. What do you think? What are things that you guys hate irrationally? I would love to know what you guys hate irrationally.
Leave them in the comments, and we'll respond.
Yes, absolutely.
Happy weekend, everybody.
Wait. Can they comment on Podbean?
Of course.
Did we figure that out?
Yeah, they can.
Well, I asked. You never answered me.
Yeah, they can comment.
Let us know on Podbean.
All you had to do is look
YouTube.
at the fucking page and see the comment box. That's all you had to do.
I don't get paid to look at that stuff.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Who's paying me? You?
No, the Chinese food downstairs.
Oh, fantastic. All right, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.